WRVU FM 91.1 at Vanderbilt University in Nashville, Tennessee has been called by many nationally known programmers as the best, most professional college radio station around. This is a composite of that station under the leadership of station manager Steve Womack, program director Mike Anzek, and news director Pat Nolan. All three have been with the 10-watt educational station for 3 years. Their experience provides a stable source of direction and a catalyst for professionalism at this college radio station. As a new, viable force on the Nashville airways, WRVU is geared to the college student, but can easily be enjoyed by anyone of any education or any age. WRVU cooks from 7 a.m. till 2 a.m. with 10 watts covering some 80% of the metropolitan Nashville area and some 90% of its population. Program Director Mike Anzek comments about the FM 91 format.
Well, WRVU is sort of a giant collage of things. We are basically a rock station. We rock from 7 a.m. in the morning until 2 p.m. at night every day of the week, with the exception of some special programming on Saturday and Sunday. We are highly formatted for a college radio station. None of this free-form stuff. We run a pretty tight format clock, and we format just about everything, including our announcers. It's very hard to work with a bunch of college people that have, for the most part, have not been in radio before, and that's one problem we always have to contend with. But we limit the personality to a minimum. It's a controlled personality type approach with a highly formatted, rigidly run radio station, and I keep the clamps pretty well fastened.
Now, listen to a few breaks of a college radio station with a professional touch. WRVU's morning man is Mickey Metro. Program Director Mike Anzek has a few words to say about Mickey.
Mickey Metro is probably the most improved person we've had here at the station ever. He was a midday man last year with a very small audience. And this year he got some professional radio experience down in a little town called Savannah, Tennessee that was very worthwhile. He in fact got fired from down there, which I think was the best thing that could have happened to him. He came back up here with all his little bits and gimmicks and funny things to say and freaked out comments, and he talks about everything and everybody. There are no sacred cows. He really lets everything and everybody on campus and off have it. And it's just gone over like a bonfire here. I mean, it's the greatest thing that has ever happened to this radio station. He's a very creative guy, and to allow him to be creative, I just sort of give him free rule in the morning, and free rule entices him to do just about anything but turn us off the air. And he's been using this rule very well recently and comes up with some very funny lines, and we even had a professor here on campus that gave a test, and one of his questions was something that Mickey had said in the morning. And I guess this is probably one of the biggest responses you can possibly get to a morning show. He's very humorous and very likable to wake up to in the morning, and is doing a very fine job for us.
That's Neil Diamond from the Love, Salvation, Traveling, Love type show. Neil Diamond, you can hear Neil Diamond, music history being made with him, as Neil Diamond appears at the Grand Ole Opry House, a 1 hour and 45-minute uninterrupted concert. Can you believe that? 1 hour and 45 minutes of uninterrupted concert of Neil Diamond at the Opry House. Fantastic. September 27th and 28th at 8 p.m. All seats are reserved for $6.50, $5.50, and $4.50. Order your tickets by mail from Sound 70, Post Office Box 1596, Nashville, zip code 37202. Or be sure to specify the performance and include a self-addressed stamped envelope. Or you can pick up your tickets at Castronaut downtown.
A weekend of solid gold, presented to you each weekend from the Music People at WRVU. Starting Friday at 3 and ending midnight on Sunday, the Music People play the best rock of the past and present. A golden weekend on FM 91, where weekends are better.
Time now for the little news on the Mickey Pooh program. The little news stories that don't always make it into the other big news headlines everywhere else. The other big news, like FM 91 News. The Vanderbilt Medical School brings you the little news today. Makers of that great surprise treat, Trisha Delish. WRVU. It's 7:22 with Mick E. Pooh, otherwise known as Alexander H. Mickey, and the little news. Trisha Cox Nixon to visit Vandy this afternoon at 3:30. Imagine coming all this way to autograph Jamie O'Rourke's cast. Regarding her father's campaign, Tricia said, quote, "Politics is like kissing. You don't have to be good at it. Politics is like milking a cow. A lot can be done with just a little pull." Senator McGovern said, "What's wrong with these politicians today? Why don't they give the little man what he wants? A little woman." Actually, I've got an understanding with George McGovern. I don't run for president, and he doesn't become a disc jockey. I wonder when there's going to start busing kids to some of these segregated, bigoted, racist churches. This week's winners of the Dirty Dozen contest are Buddy Hill and Jim Kearney. They both received copies of the 5 hit albums of the week, proving that it pays to listen to FM 91. Enter this week's Dirty Dozen sweepstakes. Copies are available at Rand, the Towers, and the FM 91 studios. Might be talking about your name next week. You can tell Vandy is an old-fashioned school. You have to raise your hand before you can hit the teacher. WRVU has a new air conditioner, an oscillating fan behind a block of ice. The Vandy rugby team meets today at 5:30 in 201 Carmichael West. Ain't that a kick in the head? The Committee on Student Athletic Activities meets at 6 today in 208 Carmichael East. May consider new membership application of one Boris Spassky. Russ Spooner may leave a certain local radio station. Ace High got run over by Officer Bruce. Finally, in the little news, WRVU General Manager and partner Steve Womack said that when he was named as the station manager of WRVU, he was so surprised he almost dropped his acceptance speech.
You pig!
WRVU!
10 to 12 a.m. is handled by PD Mike Anzek, better known as the infamous Chuck Stevens.
From the Rock of Nashville, WRVU plays non-stop music.
WRVU in Nashville.
5 o'clock with Chuck Stevens from the Rock of the South. In this hour, at least 55 minutes of solid rock. Rod Stewart from Never a Dull Moment, and you wear it well. I don't know if he's talking about my wig or my tongue. It's 5:04 at FM 91, the Rock of the South, with Chuck Stevens.
Product safety. Food additive. 20407.
Hear the worst joke of the day, sent in by Alex Anderherd of the Mid-South.
Wednesday weather.
Generally fair through Thursday. Warm days, mild at night. High today and tomorrow around 90, and it's 91 right now. FM 91 reminds you the Vanderbilt Amateur Radio Club will hold its first meeting of the year at 7:30 p.m. tonight. It's in room 237A of the engineering school. New officers and new applicants will be voted on. All interested persons are urged to attend.
Chuck Stevens. WRVU.
I look high, I look low, I look in everywhere I go.
FM 91, the Rock of the South, 5:08 with Chuck Stevens from the album Trilogy. Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Caught up in things I miss, but don't be
WRVU, Nashville Rock, 1969.
5:11 from the Rock of the South, Chuck Stevens, Simon and Garfunkel, Little Gold, flip side of the Boxer, made it bigger in some places than the Boxer. It's called Baby Driver.
Noon till 2 is Jack Armstrong. No, not the real one, but not a cheap imitation either. That's his real name.
Although it appears elsewhere, where were you when I needed you? 1:15 on FM 91 with Jack Armstrong. Request line open 322-7424.
Information, and the constant search for this information is well recognized on FM 91. That's why we provide you with a constant source of news information. It's called 91 News and comes to you once hourly at the opportune time you need to be informed. News geared to the college student, news of information and service. That's 91 News, a matter of fact.
The Marketing Research Interviewing Organization is looking for persons interested in part-time work during school. 6 women are needed for help in conducting a Gallup poll. The work may involve some weekend hours as well as nights. The job pays $2.25 an hour, and the organization will pay 10 cents a mile if you use a car. For further information on other jobs as well as this one, call 383-8088. It pays to listen to FM 91.
WRVU!
Chicago at 119, spending a sweaty Saturday in the park. FM 91 keeps on trucking with solid rock.
The cost of cleaning up the air, it's a matter of your life and breath.
Monday weather!
Fair weather through tomorrow with sunny and warm days and cool nights. The high today and tomorrow will be near 90, and the low tonight will be in the upper 60s. Presently outside, we have clear skies and 80 degrees.
Jack Armstrong! WRVU!
20 minutes of non-stop music.
A winter's day.
2 to 4 brings in the daring Jury Kaye, better known as Jerry, 322-7424-K.
Speak to the sky. That was Rick Springfield at 11 minutes after 3 o'clock on the Rock of the Mid-South, FM 91, coming to you with a jungle beat. Mongoose. In the village. Elephant's Memory with Mongoose. It's 14 minutes after 3 o'clock on FM 91 with Jury Kaye.
Hear the worst joke of the day, sent in by Alex Anderherd. The State of the Campus Report by Phineas J. Vanderbilt. The traffic reports of Officer Bruce. And the Little News by Alexander H. Mickey. The Pet Patrol, The Golden Mole, and other Mickey Hickeys, all on the Mickey Metro Show. Weekdays from 7 to 10 in the mornings on FM 91, the Rock of the Mid-South.
Solid rock! WRVU!
Rod Stewart. At 19 minutes after 3 o'clock, you wear it well. The last time I said that, I got slapped.
Wednesday weather!
So generally fair through Thursday with warm days and mild nights. High both days around 90 degrees. The low tonight should be in the mid-60s. Currently, under partly cloudy skies, I've got 85 degrees with this reminder that you can hear the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band in concert Friday night along with Uncle Walt's Band at the War Memorial Auditorium. Showtimes are 7 o'clock and 10 o'clock, and tickets are $4 available from APO at Randall and from Sgt. Pepper's.
The Crisis Counseling Center offers professional help on an individual, confidential basis to people who have problems at no charge. The center is at Harvey's downtown and is open from 10:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m., Monday through Friday.
WRVU cares when it counts.
Jerry Kaye! WRVU!
4 to 6 is the creative, matter-of-fact answer to Brother Love's Traveling Salvation Show. The Steel City Flash, Bob Nelson.
Vanderbilt Student Communications, WRVU Nashville.
Hold your head up high. That's the Argents on the Bob Nelson program. And now it's the time of the day we've all been waiting for. It's time for heavy breathing time, and we have our first unsuspecting subject on the air. Are you there, unsuspecting subject?
I am not going to breathe.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. You're here. You're going to breathe. Come on. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. No, remember. How about that? How about that for an obscene phone call? Come on, you just called me at 3 a.m. in the morning. You woke me up, and you didn't say anything, and I pick up the phone, I fumble around, and I go, oh boy, hello? Hello? Come on, breathe heavily, come on!
Oh, no!
Feel it, sister, feel it, you're on the radio!
No, it's dirty!
No, it isn't. I'm a very clean person. I took a bath before I came here. Honest, I did. Didn't I take a bath before I came? He's shaking his head, yes. I took a bath.
And ethyl alcohol, yeah.
Yeah, and ethyl alcohol. Come on, breathe heavily, because I'm going to vote and see which one breathed the best. Okay, let's ask our audience. How did that rate on the obscene scale? 1 to 10. 1 to 10. Was that obscene enough for you there?
0. No, I mean, that wouldn't even turn me on if I were looking for an obscene phone call.
That wouldn't even turn you on if you were looking for an obscene... Sorry, but you go down the hatch.
Oh, you can...
That's a little bit better. That's only a 5. Come on, girls of America. 322-7424. We have got to get the finest breather here, and the finest breather... I'll tell you what, I'll give you a ticket to the Funkadelics concert. The best breather, the one that gets a 10 with me and can make the best obscene phone call will win. You have another chance. Try it one more time. No, I'm sorry. Bang the gong. I'm sorry, you lose. Call me at 322-7424, and the best breather will win a ticket. That's Graham Nash, and that's from the album Four-Way Street, Crosby, Stills, Nash & Young. It's Chicago on WRVU FM 91. We have another one of our famous breathers on the line. This one is so good that she's a friend of the original breather. Let me just tell you the story. One day, I was just sitting in here, and I told a humorously funny joke about the nighttime jock, right? And this girl comes up, and she starts laughing. And then I said, what are you laughing about? And she doesn't say anything. She just goes... So I got an obscene phone call at 5:55 in the afternoon. You know, any obscene phone caller knows you're supposed to do it at 3 a.m. She does it at 5:55. So this is a friend of the original obscene heavy breather. Okay, now for a ticket to the Funkadelics concert, which will be held Friday night, tomorrow, 9 p.m. until who knows when, question mark, at the Agricultural Building at the State Fairgrounds of Tennessee State Fairgrounds. A $5 ticket, I might add. Let's see how you can do. All right, we got to simulate this here. I'm going to pretend I pick up the phone at 3 in the morning, and let's see how obscene you can be. Okay, I'm snoring and sleeping. Z, Z, Z. Sounds like a pig. Oh, yeah, ring. Oh, boy, am I tired. Hello? Wow, is this an obscene phone call? I can feel it. Put your hand on the microphone, brother.
I'm coming.
You're coming. Oh, no.
Oh, my God, that's you again.
She wins the ticket. Give her the ticket. Come up here. We are at the south end of Neely Tower, and it's easy to find. I will be outside. I am waiting for you. Oh, give her every ticket. I'm going to go to the concert with you. Oh, boy. That is a 10. The meter is broken. You win it. I believe it. Ah, yes.
Great.
Thank you very much. You are a winner. No doubt about it.
Hey, have you ever tried?
Steve Russell, a superfine record engineer in his spare time, handles 6 to 8 with suave and plenty of calls.
That's the James Gang, 605 in Nashville, Tennessee. And this is Joe Mama, Sailin'. That's Joe Mama, and a new song on the scene, 607. That's Sailin' Away with Steve Russell.
Hello, this is old Mickey Metro telling you that the B&C Productions Incorporated people.
That's Dave Mason at 610 on FM 91 with Steve Russell.
Each day, Children's Research Hospital, Memphis, Tennessee.
Wednesday weather.
Oh, I love that boy's voice. Variable cloudiness and cool tonight and Thursday. Low tonight in the upper 50s. High tomorrow in the upper 70s. Right now under cloudy skies. Good looking 71 degrees.
91 WRVU.
That's Austin Roberts, 614. Something's wrong with me. That's kind of an interesting new sound from him. He's a rather newcomer on the scene right now. 71 degrees outside.
Solid gold rock. WRVU. More solid rock. WRVU.
That's Neil Diamond, 622 on FM 91 with Steve Russell, and registration is now taking place for the program on human sexuality. The 7-week program featuring some of the best experts available in the university is designed to educate the students on what most students know too little about. And also 100% of the people who took the program last year recommended offering the course again. So they must know something you don't, right? Okay, registration forms are available in the lobbies of Carmichael and Branscombe and room 430 Kirkland. The first meeting is Monday, October 9th.
WDCN-TV, Channel 2, Nashville's pub in the campaign.
Super Golden.
This Golden Weekend, FM 91 plays the super hits of the super groups and the super acts that super sold the public on Superstars. It starts this Super Friday at Super 3 p.m. on Super WRVU, of course.
91 WRVU.
8 to 10 is a super prime time for the fast-talking hip music director, Phil Campbell, when it counts.
Hey, between that number again, Mr. Hey, if you have extra hours after working out your university schedule, please come by to the volunteer office because they need hospital volunteers very badly. D2716 is the place to go in the medical center, and volunteers are needed in the clinics, pediatrics, and x-ray departments. The person to contact is around Amelia Palmer. He's the director of volunteer services. Flying Burrito Brothers. 4 Days of Rain. 9:14 here at FM 91 with Phil Campbell, all the way until around 10 o'clock. "4 Days of Rain, the Flying Burrito Brothers." WRVU's Dirty Dozen forms, which allow Vandy students to prove that they knew the winners all along, are available in towers 1, 2, 3, and 4, along with a RAN ticket window at the post office. Remember that these forms are due in Box 952 Station B, or at the WRVU studios by 12 noon. That's 12 noon Saturday, and that you are allowed only one form per person per week. 9:18 on a very sticky, muggy night outside. This is Phil Campbell, and none other than Nashville, Tennessee, in case you didn't know, by request from the Exile album. This is Happy. You Keep Me Happy, the Rolling Stones, 9:21 here at FM 91. Remember, all interested sophomore, junior, and senior independent men are urged to come out for the independent IM football team. More information concerning practice times, call John Blasik at 7612. Going all the way back to around 1967, if I'm correct. Johnny Rivers, Summer Rain. A Little Summer Rain by Johnny Rivers. 9:25 here at FM 91. Weather looks something like this, generally fair and cool again tonight and Thursday night. Partly cloudy and continued fair through Friday with a slight chance of afternoon thunder showers. Low tonight's going to be in the mid-60s. High Thursday and Friday around 90 degrees. And the chance of rain around 20% Thursday afternoon. Outside, they say it's still 90 degrees. I hope that's not true. Can't be true. Must have gone down. Very hot out there, and it's boiling in here. We've had a couple requests for Elton John, and like everything, I do things backwards. We had a request about 20 minutes ago for one, which I will play a little later, from the Madman Across the Water album. This is Tiny Dancer.
10 to 12 p.m. is a shared spot with Chuck Boone, the usual cooker.
That's Black Sabbath. 10:08. This is Chuck Boone. Due to the fans in the stands, it's been requested about all night. My Ding-a-ling, Chuck Berry.
I remember the girl next door.
800-368-5363. 800-VU
cares when it counts.
91 WRVU.
That's 10:16. That's Leon Russell and Carney. Alice Cooper. Killer.
After midnight is almost like amateur time. New jocks of various motivations fill the early morning air with the involved vibes of underground rock. Weekends are filled with happenings of various natures every weekend. Matt Flynt, also production director at FM 91, is a prime 91 weekender.
It's Gladstone at 10:37 on FM 91 and a piece of paper. Before I do this next song, I think I'd like to tell you why I chose this next song. I chose it for a very special reason. Besides the fact that it's a good song and that I like it, the background is what really makes the song for me. And I think that as it goes through, you should listen very carefully to the background and the guy in the back that's way off from the microphones in the studio who does the special harmony parts on it.
WRVU, Nashville Rock, 1971.
I've got a never-ending love for you. Never-ending love for you.
Delaney and Bobby, never-ending song of love for you. It's 10:40 in Nashville with Matt Flynt. I hope you enjoyed that guy in the background wailing his little heart out. This is from the album The Best of the Guess Who. It's called No Sugar Tonight, New Mother Nature.
Of change.
Weekend weather.
Partly cloudy through Sunday with a slight chance of afternoon thunder showers. High today and Sunday in the low 90s, the low tonight in the upper 60s. Winds will be southerly at 5 miles per hour today. The probability of showers today is 20%. I think probably you can interpret it that right now as meaning that it's only going to rain 20% as hard as it could. Currently with rain in the area, 75 degrees in Nashville. This is Matt Flynt. I've got Procol Harum and Conquistador.
Besides providing a constant source of entertainment, FM 91 does more, providing an educational soul show Saturday afternoons from 3 to 6 with Mel B. A jazz program Saturday night at 11 with Roger Hicks. 2020 news every hour, plus football scoreboard and roundup on Saturdays. A classical music afternoon on Sunday afternoons, Shakespeare Sunday nights, and features like The Shadow, The Lone Ranger, and The Fourth Tower of Inverness. In all, WRVU is a collage of totally professional programming done by college people. We hope you've enjoyed listening to this Aircheck tape of Nashville's 91.1 WRVU. Please send us your remarks and comments. I'm Jim Cooper, and by the way, thanks for listening.